And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Shadow Empire, in Fontus, some aliens, Mayhem mode. Although we're running much more into humans than aliens. We're picking up on round 165. I think at the end of the last part I said it was 1,700 infantry. I misread that. We killed 700 infantry, 10 guns, 140 tanks at the cost of 1,700 of our own infantry, 10 motorized, and 10 tanks. We have 4 decisions awaiting us. And we lost another commander. We're going through this awfully quickly right now. A couple civil delegations are not bad. So, there's a couple different ways we can go about doing this. I'm going to burn one of the civil delegations here. Oh, we can't do civil delegation with the faction we're war with. Never mind. To negotiate peace, we need, I believe... Oh, it's 25, not 30. I was thinking 30, it's 25. I can negotiate peace. We won't fail the roll because our foreign affairs leaders are spectacular.
Sir, yes, sir.
Peace has been declared. So, the emergency situation here is under control for the moment. Obviously, that's not necessarily sustainable, but they've just shown that, at least with our logistical situation, the light infantry will not hold the line. He lost a lot of light infantry at a couple turns there. We basically lost a whole brigade of infantry in like 4 turns. So that's just showing you the enemy on this map are not defeated. Although I think we stand a decent chance to fighting them if we're in a situation where we're not logistics bottlenecked. I don't think they were logistics bottlenecked there. I think they were basically working within their own, perfectly within their own logistics. Makes them quite deadly. Can we force a surrender here? No. We only got rid of one of them. That's a pretty bad exchange rate. 8 irreplaceable units for 1 irreplaceable unit. It's not greatest exchange rates. We're still at war with Becker. We're not at war with Neville anymore. The Becker situation, I don't think is much better necessarily than the Neville was. Pull the aliens out. The aliens are not fit for combat duty of this sort. Really need to make these guys a slightly different color. 10th Infantry, you get to be, let's say green. Okay. We'll change you, let's say the 11th, we'll make red. Let me tell them this guy look red. Sorry, red. Because we want a little bit of overlap, but we don't necessarily need particularly large overlap. And then we've got the beginnings of the 12th arriving. Although, not much of it's going to be arriving. This is going to be a slow arrival here. Yeah, we're going to need another unit of the 12th across.
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, we're at the point where we can negotiate peace again with them. We're a little less concerned because they're not doing a massive strategic breakthrough on us. And we're in a little bit better supply situation there. Design model, confirm. And Did I finish? Don't think we have. No, 92. So we at least want to wait until we got the turboprop before we upgrade our planes. As an emergency, we don't want more danger. We're already dealing with danger problems. New commander for the 8th.
Okie dokie.
You have a job. You might not want that job after you hear what happened to the last person who had that job, but you have a job.
Roger that. Roger that.
Ooh, combat simulators. Yeah,
Yes,
play
sir.
that. And Supreme Leader Day. Don't necessarily need the political power, so we'll hold off there. Did we get any other Galactic Republic Gargantuous? It's a little bit late in the game for those to be super valuable, although I think I probably will actually play that, now I'm thinking about it.
Roger that.
Because I can deploy that overseas without shipping it. Oh, no, next content. There we go. And I think that's it, yep. Ancient Galactic Republic equipment taken into our service. This is a monitor tank, so this is the big tank. This will help clean up the situation over here. If we get into another fight. And again, we're going to try to pull these guys back out, form a bit cohesive front line a little bit farther back. Saving up some colonists. We got bottlenecks to deal with, let's say. The more we deal with these bottlenecks, the more ability to ship troops over we'll have. Oh, we're now at the point where we're shipping food in, apparently. Interesting. Which is probably why the food's negative, because we're having to ship food in and not out. Although we're mostly shipping water out. Although we're getting close to... Yeah, we're getting close to where everything's shipping adequately. The Twitch chat's asking, damn, is that the Atlantic Wall? Well, it kind of is, although it's not for dealing with humans, it's for dealing with sea monsters. These things are annoying, and they're pretty common on this planet. Absorption, polymer, trampler, burrower, evasion, aggressive, cunning swimmers. Want to keep the sea life at sea, let's just say. And then upgraded the port. Give it another turn, see if that actually applies properly. Should be. How's the other construction going? Social housing's completed. Worker apartments proceeding. Truck station is proceeding. Let's continue the expansion of those. Yeah, let's continue the expansion of those. Well, of the housing, at least. The, social housing. The apartments, apparently, are still in
Yes,
construction.
sir. Roger that, sir.
Yeah. 11% of the people are housed. Surprised that you should be being affected. I've got level 1 level on housing, don't I? Because apparently the workers are happily living in my houses, but my social housing isn't working for whatever reason. We'll see. We'll continue expanding these. It should help. Should help. Oh, and just remembered we got civil delegations that I can't play on the people we're at war with, so we should play with the people we're at peace with.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's going to increase the probability that the offer protection is going to work. So I've got 2 shadow diplomats. Got 3, which is actually more than I need.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
Offer protection.
Sir, yes, sir.
Success. Okay. So the last independent population sources are now under our protection. Anyway, we're going to cycle the turn. We're going to see if these guys... This is a lot of tanks here. We're going to see if these guys try to break out. We got peace in the other front for the moment. Yeah, Nebel's showing off that they've got naval chops, at least. They landed Becker. Becker, Nebel are... And Becker's neck and Nebel's neck are second and third place BP-wise. So it's good to see that they're fighting, because otherwise I've got to fight them. I'm still going to have to fight them either way. But... Okay, they attacked us. We held... Which is actually a good indication, because that's light infantry versus tanks. That's about as bad of a matchup as we're going to get. And it's not even, like, laser or plasma, it's just charged Gauss. Round 166, we killed 20 tanks, and we lost 300 infantry. We have 6 decisions awaiting us. Finish side skirts, finish turboprop.
Yes, sir.
Military research. Thinking about going after the electric engines. Especially if we're going into nuclear power, we're probably got a better ability to generate electrical power than oil. Although this power, the weight concerns with the engines, electrical engines. Where are the electrical? Electrical engines and propulsion. Okay. Or, no, I'd probably go cluster bombs. Cluster bombs probably would go. Because we redesign affected units by that, then they'll be more destructive.
Yes, sir. Copy that.
Zone upgrade. 5 to 6. Okay.
Roger that.
Yeah, our units definitely suffered a mauling. And we don't necessarily have to get the shipping to get it fixed either. Over on this continent. That's why we went to such a quick run off to peace. Yeah, over here... Definitely, in fact, our replacements have already arrived. So that's just showing you how much better the logistics are over here. In fact, we're running the odds that we can, in theory, win these fights. 17 to 1. 17 to 1 I probably will take. Let's take that one first. Yeah, we'll just send the, although we can get a little bit more in from arriving elements of... What, that's the 12th, I think? Try to drive you back.
Enemy. Mission successful.
So we traded 3 light infantry, well, 3 infantry for 2 tanks. And we can probably repeat the same here.
Engaging enemy. Mission successful.
Oh, that might be all the fun we get on that flank for a while. There's quite a few vehicles there, and we haven't brought proper anti-tank weapons across, so we just got the infantry doing infantry things. So yeah, we have control of that port. It's not the best port in the world, but it doesn't necessarily need to be the best port in the world. It just needs to be functional. And yeah, we now have capacity to ship quite a bit across. Okay. Let's bring the rest of the 12th across. I may begin trying to raise... Oh, I'll look into raising a properly equipped Grenadier Brigade? I have the equipment for it. Yes, in theory I do. Don't send UMGs across, that'll eat all the logistics. Panzerscare 3s might be a little out of date. Let's evaluate that before we build that. Model RPG. They're running guided. Guided's the second best. We now have heavy guided. Well, against the tanks we're facing, I think guided's probably going to be fine. So we'll get some field testing on them. Won't worry too much about sending lower quality ones across. Just going to remember to do the upgrade. Yeah, so we'll raise. Another brigade of infantry. This time, these are proper grenadiers, which means these are bringing both machine guns and, more importantly, because we're facing lots and lots of vehicles, some anti-tank weapons.
Roger that.
And in fact, I can probably ship some of these across. Yeah, I can ship some of these across. Okay, that might be all we get across. That's all we're getting across for the turn. But that brings in some actual anti-tank weapons. That, in comparison to these guys, yeah, these guys are not going to appreciate that. That means we got more into these Panzer Scares are rocking 262 as their anti-hard, and these guys are only rolling 173 as their anti-soft. Well, those are high-velocity guns. Do they have any version that's running the howitzer? Yeah, so we've demonstrated we can hurt these things. Demonstrated they bleed. 309, and we're running... Okay, our infantry's a little bit inferior to their infantry. But, feeling good about the anti-tank. And that's the last generation anti-tank. In theory, we can upgrade the anti-tank. Okay. Worker apartments are complete. Oh no, worker apartments got delayed a turn. They're not quite done. They will finish next turn. Yeah, I'm surprised. Why does it feel like I'm not getting any I should be getting population housing. We have both types of housing there. Yeah, we have both types of housing there. That's surprising. Probably also want to improve the quality of life in the capital, so I should probably build the other ones at some point too. And yeah, for the moment, it's not rail for shipping, so other problems. We'll see if this resolves itself for a couple turns. It may resolve itself over the next couple turns. Because yeah, we're almost shipping as much water out as is produced. We're not really shipping food out or in anymore. Well, that's actually maybe a little concerning there. We suffering from any hunger? Theory, no. Okay, so it should be shipping stuff in. We'll see. Let's cycle the turn. We'll see if we can get the supplies across. Worst case scenario, we'll have to set up a third shipping route to supply that island. Oh, Nebel landed again. Although, beach landing into the face of hostiles never goes well, so I wouldn't be surprised if when it goes around to Becker, they're not on that tile anymore. Yep, they're not on that tile anymore. We got driven back. Easy come, easy go, I suppose, Alexis. Looks like that was a concerted infantry attack. Their infantry, I think, is definitely better than ours. Although not by leaps and strides. Okay, slowly straying down some of these non-aligned forces. Over the intern, we killed 300 infantry and 10 tanks. So yeah, it was an infantry assault that drove us back. We lost 1,100 infantry, which is actually quite a bit of losses. We have 4 decisions. I'm in learning. Another corp discovery.
Affirmative.
Motorized siege.
Roger that.
Chaos the workers. We're gonna take the mind one in hopes it doesn't piss them off. Yeah, we're driving back towards war really quick with them, apparently. Commander of the 13th Grenadiers.
Copy that.
Hope you enjoy your new job. Okay, our replacements arrived. Yeah, they are starting to pile up infantry. The infantry are a little bit more of a concern, I think, than just the raw tanks. The raw tanks were definitely plausible to deal very easily with the anti-tank weapons we brought up. Actually, no, I do kind of want to hold that hex, given what's in it. Yeah, the tanks alone are not looking that scary. Infantry that are behind the tanks are a little bit more worrisome. It's usually the other way around. It's a little bit surprising. Okay. So we got these 2 non-aligned. If we get rid of them, then we got secure borders, except for here with Becker. I suppose I could be proposing peace with them to stabilize the front for the moment. Although they're not very interested in that.
Sir, yes, sir.
Well, that'll make them a little bit more interested and a little bit more plausible. We'll see what that discovery is. Fuel mix oxidation. Fuel mix is very interesting. Not, well, it might be what we go for next.
Roger that.
What are we up to on logistics? I think we'll go up to 60, and then we might swap over to full fuel mix. Fuel mix is the real production of fuel. Which, given how we really want, we probably want the other one, which is fuel efficiency. Yeah, fuel efficiency. We'd probably have fuel efficiency over fuel mix, but... And yeah, all of our shipping here is shipping things off the island. So again, it is really tempting to potentially open up a third shipping route, just to get more stuff shipped off. Yeah, port is functional. Is the port on the other end also functional down here? I think so. Although that's a private harbor, so it's not a lot of port points. Although I could ship to it. Let's just do that. Let's just ship to it. Maritime Trading House, transport contract. That location.
Copy that.
And then we continue shipping these guys across. We're not at peace. We still could have them attacking us. Although hopefully the front lines is calcified enough that that would be a poor idea for them. Well, I suppose I might as well go ahead and cook up to their road network. Existing road network. Well, I suppose when I'm unloading there, we definitely have the ability to hire workers here. So let's privatize that port. Or nationalize the port. Same with the truck hub. That'll help us with delivering more stuff. Well, in this case, really exporting more stuff. This place is net producing, so we'll export out of these zones quicker. And if we get to positive supply, then that'll allow us to bring over more troops, or at least better troops. If we get the 7th and the 8th converted to Grenadiers, I think we stand a little bit better chance of counterattacking. Winterized Siege Grenadiers would be even better. And then tech-wise, just started cluster bombs, still working the volcanic energy tapping. Got 61% into it. That's a good start. Apartments is done. Yeah, the workers are happy about the worker housing. I don't know why we're not getting private housing. We should have some private housing. Unless it defaults all to the workers first, which would be slightly annoying if that was the case. Because I'm partially doing this to encourage population to move to the city by improving worker happiness, but we'll see. If that's the case, we're going to continue
Yes, sir.
worker park
Roger
apartment
that, sir.
expansion. It's even a little tempting to continue expanding the rail station. Gonna hold off on the rail station for a bit, see if we can get the civilians to start moving into the city better. Noble attempting the beach landing again. Apparently this is turning to the tri-state warfare area here, where our 3 different factions are all fighting for 1 port. Oh, there comes attacks. Okay, we're gonna have to try an emergency break-in. Otherwise, we're gonna have like half a brigade encircled. Okay, over that end turn, we killed 1,300 infantry, 10 guns, 80 tanks, 1 protector at the cost of 2,800 infantry. So on a subunit basis, we're definitely not doing 1-to-1. So they're definitely showing us that our infantry are not the bee's knees. We have 5 decisions winning us. Although our infantry are light infantry, so they're just infantry. One of our second facilities is gone. Lost a leader. The 11th Light Infantry Brigade's commander has ended up dead. There's high-speed rail. Okay, we're attempting a break-in operation here.
Going in.
Okay, break-in was
Mission
successful,
success.
although wasn't the best of operations apparently. And I think we're at the point where we can attempt to negotiate peace. I say attempt, and that does not look plausible. Oh boy. Difficulties modified by fist and reduced by might. So this is the problem with going fist. We're making it hard on ourselves to do bees.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Okay, we're not looking for beach assaults here. We're looking for port unloading. Ideally, actually, our own port. Beach unload, beach unload, beach unload, port unload. That's our port. That's the port we're looking for. Embarking. Not that one. That one's a bit busy. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. That one.
Copy that.
Yes, sir.
We want a commander to replace the casualty in the 11th command. That is a lot of vehicles. Although, as you can see, we're maybe not actually trading super terribly, given the fact that we're mostly light infantry. Although, apparently I did lose 4,000 infantry, so... Oh, what happened is we lost a bunch of infantry, but the units that weren't in the encirclement managed to actually recover. This is actually showing you how successful our logistics is. Oh yes, you've killed 4,000 of our men, and they're back. Oh, that's definitely not a kill casualty rate that we want to keep encouraging. So the other solution... Red didn't fight this turn. Let's tell the... Wait. The commander of the 11th died. Okay. So a little surprised that you're the ones that got your commander killed if you're the one probably least mauled. Although they did have some guys there, I suppose. We're gonna start upgrading these guys to... Oh, I have to do 2 upgrades to get it to where I want it. Okay. RPG, and then upgrade to Grenadier. Slowly try to toughen our units up by bringing in specialty units. The anti-tank weapons will give us a better advantage against the vehicles. And we got enough infantry here, I think, for the frontage. It's just having enough, right? Maybe we'll see if we can ship our tanks across. Tunnel's going down, but that's always fine. We'd like more shipping over here to get these guys reinforced. But that's solving the bottlenecks. We got another shipping route coming in here. How's the construction going? Social housing done. Truck station's done. Let's continue upgrading that housing.
Yes, sir. Roger
That's
that,
the
sir.
social. That's as high as the social housing is going to go. Just high qual. Yeah, I don't know how that's calculated. Wall's definitely going up, so I suspect housing plays a role, and the math isn't really showing properly here. For whatever reason, instead of it applying as housing. Okay. I think it's this port we want to expand at some point, which is like 9,000 workers, so we need to save up the workers for that construction. Okay. And yeah, we're going through our manpower uncomfortably quick. Not good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's take a slightly proactive bribery approach to keep this from
Sir, yes,
not
sir.
escalating back to war if we can.
that. Roger that.
Let's also get some spies embedded.
Aye, aye, sir.
Okay. Let's look at the turn. Let's see if any of our situations are improving. Still a little concerned about over... I was being very happy about this front, and then I'm a lot less happy. Let's just say. And we'll still trying that naval landing. I don't think it's working. I don't think it's that they're landing and getting driven back. I think they're failing the landing, and I think their units are able to retreat on naval landing. Although, maybe they are successfully landing. Okay. We killed 50 tanks, and the cost of 900 infantry. Not a great ratio. It is what it is. We have 10 decisions on round 169. No, lots of bad events, yeah. Enforcement got to where we want it. Developed SAM launchers. I don't think we're suffering from being airstruck yet, so that's obviously what we need. Gonna launch a counterattack here.
Mission successful.
Demonstrate that we're not completely helpless.
Going in. Mission successful.
Okay. Europe could have asked us to go up. I'm not sure we're well equipped to do that right now. We're going to say no. Sadly costs us mind. It's kind of actually the opposite of what we want right now, because we're trying to negotiate peace.
Copy that.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir. Roger that.
Some of those successes do not feel like successes, let's be fair. There's maybe, it's going to piss people off if we do it, but there's maybe some argument to try to push towards mind and merit away from fist. if I'm not well equipped for the carrying of these offenses. Beggar snacked. The shrine educators, we want them to be in power? That's a good question. Becker. No, the Doctrinists, if they're actually in power, are not necessarily who we want to be. Is it the Humanists? Might be the Humanists. We've boosted support towards them as well, so push the shrine.
Sir, yes, sir.
Educators a bit. And yeah, probably if we're going AA, we probably do want like heavy surfaced air missiles with triple diesel.
Order received.
Hopefully won't be directly being attacked, so the actual stats of the baseline launcher shouldn't matter too much. Okay, let's swap you to RPG, and then upgrade you to Grenadier, which means we're going to need machine guns and RPGs. Although it reduces the amount of infantry we need to chip out, so that's good. How looks the Ballnecks? Okay, we saturated a different line. Let's change you a bit. Now that we're shipping via the other one, we'll go more to pass through there. Get down to there. I suppose I could also reserve that mostly for shipping units across. How goes the zone stuff? It's not shipping as much as it would like. Yeah, could ship 8,000, ship 2,000, could ship a bunch. Didn't ship as much as I wanted to. Shipping when it's producing, but it's not shipping when it's stockpiled. There may be some argument to try to make food over here. So the food doesn't need to get shipped around. Because we're producing... Well, actually, we're producing more there than we consume. More than we consume. More there than we consume. It's only here where we're... Although, still in theory making more than we consume there. Okay, never mind. Don't bother the food. Okay, the government workers are really appreciating the government housing, but the rest are not. For whatever reason. Anyway, we've potentially shifted it back to being the rail network. So we should expand the rail network. Capacity.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
Sir, yes, sir.
And that well. Victory overview, we're still winning. And in fact, we're going up, so I suspect they're just They're beating each other up. They're literally beating each other up. We're just also in the punching arena. Mining overview. None of our mines are empty yet. No. Although we don't got much longer on that oil well. That oil well is... got about 4 turns left on it. So I need to peripheral in 3. Before I forget, I should continue moving these militia. Okay, we'll see how that evolves. Yeah. We're definitely slowly getting less and less resources. And we did a bunch of investment into recycling centers earlier, and that definitely paid off at that time. But that is a, let's say, temporary solution to a problem that won't last forever. Don't have enough shipping capacity to send you across the route yet. We'll see if we can do that in a bit. Those are mainly anti-infantry tanks. Although apparently we're demonstrating we're having more problems with their vehicle numbers are a problem. Their actual vehicles necessarily are not.
All clear, sir.
Okay. And then, yeah, unless I can swing towards a lot more... What? I suppose it's mind, right? So it's swing towards mind. If I can, if I give up on, because we've been running fist or trying to run fist the entire game, just give up and we're saying we're going fist, we're going mind instead. It helps with a bunch of little things, I suppose. We give up sort of on getting more militia, but militia isn't really working for us anyway, other than raw Coast Guard duty. That would increase the likelihood we can negotiate some sort of ceasefire. Oh, and I already attacked this turn, I think, so... Did I? I think so. Yeah, I think the anti-tank weapons are not ready for this battle. Although, if that's not the end... Well, I think the Reds got their anti-tank weapons. If we get full anti-tank weapons there, we're going to definitely be a problem. We're not having full tank anti-tank weapons. Because we can upgrade to the guided RPGs, which will make them be put them in pain even more. Have we actually lost any of the machine guns? Not really. Do we have any of the Warble M3s? We do. First MG Brigade still has them. I probably have the Industries. The question is, can I get the first replaced with them? It's the red back here, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Wait. I'm upgrade you to 4? It's Q.
Yes, sir.
Oh, because these are far enough to pass the bottleneck. There's a bottleneck there. Don't go through that bottleneck. Okay. Cycle the turn. Cycle the turn. situation evolve. Hopefully for the better, although it may be for the worse. Nebel lands. And those landings are apparently successful, because they keep actually forcing Becker off of that port. Becker, of course, just turns around and kicks them back into the sea, which is probably not good for their troop count. Yeah, Becker takes the hooks back. They attack us. They did win that battle. Okay, so I either need to attack them, drive them back out that hex, or I need to pull back. Both of those are actually solid choices, though, so that's not super concerning. Although the loss rate, I think, is concerning. We're definitely losing more than we're recruiting. I could definitely recruit more if we had the logistics situation fixed. Intercontinent logistics situation fixed. The place I want to recruit from is the island where we're having the logistics problems with. We killed 100 infantry, 10 guns, 40 tanks at the cost of 1,300 infantry. We have 6 decisions on the waiting us. It's round 170. Looking at the time, we're at the point at the middle of the stream where it is time for me to go get a new cup of tea. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow. We're going to record 2 more parts tonight. If you're watching on Twitch, I hope you have been enjoying. This is going to be a slightly longer break than normal because I'm going to be making a cup of tea. But I will be back as soon as the cup of tea is made. And with that, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next one, and bye for now.